everybody, Ty here, and we are back with another Let's Play Skyrim playthrough with our Dragonborn, Arngul. Arngul. Yes, our DB is a high elf, and might I say, he is one of the most handsomest high elves I've ever seen. So, we are back. This is, should be chapter, or episode number 3. We are about to climb the 7,000 steps that go from there all the way up, back and forth, all the way up to the very top to High Hrothgar to see the Greybeards. And because we're only doing the main story missions, really, Arngul is, you know, he's poor. I only have 175 gold to my name. So I mean, and everything else I have is pretty much. I mean, you know what? I could sell this stuff to make money. Let's go.
Lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
Okay. I know Arngul. He's friendly. He's not overly friendly, but he's just, you know, he's friendly. The hell was that noise? My goodness, this haunted apartment, I swear. There's always something weird going on. Biomir in. Villamir. I thought it was Vilemir, but it's Villamir. There's a nice fire going. Could use more logs, but, you know. I know we were just here. We spent the night here because, you know. But I wonder if we'll buy some of my stuff. I doubt it.
Unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar. Need a room, maybe a drink. You name it.
I don't think he's gonna buy my weapons. No.
If you pass through again, stop by for a drink.
I know, I was just here last night and she played me the lute and it was like nice songs. And he tried to flirt with her. Poor Arngul, he tried to flirt, but his you know, his game, he needs game. He ain't got no game. And there's no smiths or anything here. It's just a farm town with a tavern. So we're just gonna have to hoof it. We're just gonna have to leg it. Oh my goodness.
I know your sights are set beyond this town, but for now, while you're under our roof, we need the kitchen a little more.
Wow. Wow, they treat her like absolute crap. And you know what? Arngul can't help it. He's gonna butt in. Because he's a do-gooder. You know, he's not a goody two-shoes, but you know, he's
down to have children. Think twice before you do it.
Wow, really? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna help her out.
Oh, you're a
She is
traveler.
pretty.
You have anything interesting to tell me?
No, but can you tell me anything about High Hrothgar?
The Greybeards are a strange bunch. I heard they lived their entire life without uttering a single
He's like
word.
listening, like
Anything
with
you can
interest,
imagine?
especially because she's pretty. Oh, that's
I
all
wish
she's
I
got
could
to
go
say.
with you.
I mean, you could go with me if you like, but I mean, it's dangerous. Do you have any warrior skills? Not really. Look at this one glaring daggers at me. He's talking to her daughter. Like, I get it. I would too. I am a mother, and if my oldest daughter was 18 and I had some strange man talking to her a whole bunch, I'd be glaring daggers at him too. It's just a protective
It's
instinct,
hardly
but
throwing her to the wolves. She just wants to see the world, just like I did when I was her age.
And if she decides to leave Iverstead, what then? No.
see, he's the
No,
one
I
with the
can't
problem.
bear the thought.
Alright, you know what, dude? Excuse me, sir.
Daughter's driving me crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge.
She's not doing anything wrong, bro.
They call it the path to the monastery to 7,000 steps. Can you imagine? I'm not certain if I could even make it to the top without collapsing from exhaustion.
Yeah, so you use your daughter to do all your work for you.
Just
Lazy.
get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone here.
Yeah, this guy's got problems. Let me talk to the wife.
Pilgrim, you must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here. It's frightening living below. Sometimes I swear I can hear strange noises rolling down from up there.
Like sounds of
like
thunder.
but there's never any rain.
Yeah, it's the
What do you make
graybeards.
of that?
I'm not selling her wheat.
Sure, leave. Everyone else does.
I think maybe I have to help the town in order to open up any, like, because I know you can get her to agree to just leave. Yeah, I think I have to do the Greybeard's missions. I think I have to do most of the Greybeard missions because later on, at least from what I remember, you can like convince her to stay with this guy over here, this older guy, Klimek. Either like to convince him to talk to her and convince her to stay with him here, or the guy in the inn who's like, I want to take her out of here. This place sucks and her parents suck. So that is a big bear. Look at that thing.
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Clifford?
No, Bosmer.
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't
So, you know, young pretty girl, she's gonna stay here with this older guy and just
I've yet to be allowed
live a
to
life
go
of
on,
monotony, or
perhaps one
go
day.
with the Imperial dude that's like, come on, let's get out of here. I'm a traveler. You want to travel? Let's go. Hey.
Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself.
You were. What type of deliveries you make to High Hrothgar?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
Yeah, they don't ever leave the damn mountain. Oh, and what about in return? What do they do?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
I could do it for you.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done.
Okay, anything I should watch out for up the mountain? Anything in particular?
Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that,
Yeah.
watch your footing.
I can handle
In
wolves.
entry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
So slippery.
Be careful up there.
Alright. And his legs ain't what it used to be. You think your legs can keep up with that girl over there? She gonna be taking care of you. No, he says it all to himself because he's too polite to say anything otherwise. And he's like, I could take her with me, but, you know, I don't know her very well. What kind of skills does she have? Can she start a campfire? Can she, you know, shoot a bow and arrow? Can she swing a sword, a dagger, anything? Can she cook? Can she clean? we don't want to go there. It'll trigger people. And you get a because I always like miss some of these going up, but you do get a buff if you read all of them in the correct order. So read emblem number 1. He's like 7,000 steps. Okay, so he's gonna count. I'm not counting all the darn steps, but I know Arngul will be like, oh, you know, I want to see how many steps there actually are. Because it doesn't look like there's 7,000 steps because there's no steps here. He's an overthinker. I mean, there's a couple right here. Like stones, and he's just gonna be, oh, there's a dead goat. Ew. And he's just gonna count them, like the entire climb. He'll count them. He's like, again, there's no steps here, but here's like 55, 67. You know, do you count these stones as these rocks here as steps? They don't look like steps, they just look like rocks. But here's steps right here, I mean, and then he'll start, do I count those? Do I count the rocks? And then he'll start going, I don't know. He just overthinks. But he will count all the steps. There's dead goats everywhere. That can't be good. Aw, poor goat. Oh, hello. He's just very curious. Oh, there's a pilgrim right there. Hunters.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High
Did you hear
Hrothgar.
did you hear them say Dovah-King?
I did. Strange
He got
days when the
goosebumps. He's like,
monks would
ooh.
do that. I wonder what it means.
What are you doing here?
I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way.
Barknar. Do you visit the Greybeards ever?
They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials. But not to make conversation. Good day.
So I guess he's like a hunter. Alright, so we'll meditate on this emblem. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then, and had no voice. I'm sure you could just pause the video, like going back where I read the first one. Yeah, if I want, I'll pause for a couple of seconds to read them. Just for lore and, you know, role-playing purposes. Even though I can't really do a dude's voice. Like, I do have a deeper voice compared to most females, most women. But, you know, I do, like, try to do voices in my spare time, just being goofy and playing with my kids. So I'll just, like, do voices. But right now, it's like, my allergies are bad. We have a forest fire going on here in Jersey, so there's, like, smoke everywhere. So I have my air conditioner, and it's warm, so I got my air conditioner on, and keep all the smoke out and all that. I mean, it's not too close by, but it is close enough, you know, it's like an hour away, I think. I think it's like 45 minutes to an hour away from here in this one of the state forests. And if it's, you know, so it's not that, yeah, again, it's not that far, and you could see the smoke this morning, and I was just like, my kids were even complaining. Let's see, emblem number 3. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons in their voices, but the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. It's cold and snowy. I'm glad I don't have this on survival mode, because honestly, going up this path when you're not on a horse is a bitch. Like, you need warm clothes, you need a fur cloak, you need it all to, like, keep yourself as warm and as insulated as possible. And oh yeah, and if you're gonna do the main story missions and you're gonna climb this mountain in any of these, I mean, just look at this stuff. Come on. Arngul is gonna stop, catch his breath because the air's getting a little thin. Like, look at that. And the cloud, the real more realistic cloud mods I have, just wow. He's just like in awe, like, that's just amazing. And he's like, oh, what's that down there? Some kind of, like, pillar of some kind. He's curious. Alright, back to climbing. Don't want to freeze. But it gets cold. I've tried doing this on survival mode, and it's cold. And the higher up you go, it's just, the air is, like, treacherously cold. So it's like you bring some campfire supplies and you set up a campfire and you chill there for whatever. Also, if you're gonna do survival mode to where you wanna stave off the cold, potions that resist frost, potions that resist cold, play as an orc or a Nord, because you have a resistance to the cold with both of those races. Let's see. Kind called on Parthenax, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged, dragon against tongue. Oh, hello.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
Did you hear the dragon? Did you hear the Greybeards called Dovah-King?
I was just outside Iverstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
Who are you?
Just a pilgrim. I'd prefer to leave it at that, if you don't mind.
Probably a hunter or warrior. So what are you doing here?
Walking the steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years.
She's also older too. I wonder if she was a Dragonborn. Who knows? She's mysterious, that lady. Oh wow. Sunset. Arngul's gonna go, wow. And just look at everything. There's a fort down there. He's just in awe. Like, where he comes from in Cyrodiil, he's like, oh, it doesn't look anything like this where I come from. He comes from, like, Cheydinhal or whatever. Like, on the border to Vardenfell, which is a lot of forest, but not... He doesn't really get a lot of high mountains. He's like, oh! He's like, yeah, wolves. Wolves! That's a frost troll. He's like, this Klimek didn't tell me anything about a troll. Soul gem. Gonna poison his axe because he knows trolls. I don't have any other shouts, do I? No. Oh, run! He's gonna run. And I want to meditate on this symbol too. He's like, they didn't tell me anything about a frost troll. He said they didn't tell me anything about a frost troll. Oh, hell no. He's gonna kill me. Bread, beef. Oh, wow. I don't have any scroll. Do I have a scroll? Come on, shout. Oh! Oh my god, I thought I was done. Trying to shout and the shout's not working. Oh my god, that was close. Arngul was like, he's like, this is crazy. He's like, that guy didn't tell me anything about a troll, man. He's like, I'm gonna have to go, when I go back to Klimek to tell him he's like, I'm gonna tell Klimek. He's like, when I go back down there, he's like, you best bet I'm gonna give him a talk so he didn't tell me nothing about a troll. Man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice was too strong. Or their voice too was strong, sorry, my dyslexia. Although their sacrifices were manyfold. He's like, this is crazy. They didn't tell me nothing about a troll. I'm gonna give that Klimek a talking to. He didn't mention nothing, and he makes his journey up here. That's probably, you know what? That's probably why that guy didn't want to come back up here. His legs ain't what it used to be. It's cold. He's getting older, and he's got to outrun that troll. Both ways. He's got to like, he's got to run all the way up to the top of the monastery, and then probably like sneak his way back down. Let's see, number 6. With roaring tongues, the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from this world. Because the blades killed most of them. And the sun's going down. It looks like absolutely amazing. I'll go first person just so everybody can see how beautiful this actually is. Oh, there goes the stone. I always miss this stone right here because I always forget. 7. The tongues at Red Mountain went away humbled. Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. See the river down there? Oh look, Bleak Falls Barrow. Look, there's Riverwood. There's Riverwood. And then there's Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it even in the light. And over there is Whiterun's over that way. Because you could see High Hrothgar from Whiterun. He's like, oh, it's getting dark and it's getting cold. I might as well hurry. Too busy sightseeing. Still counting the steps as he goes. Even though that troll scared him, he was still like, gotta make a conscious effort to count the steps. Supposedly there is like 7,000 like steps, or it's like 7,001, something like that. It's Tiber Septum. He was like, oh, that's Talos. For years all silent, the Greybeards spoke one name, Tiber Septum. Stripling then was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed and named him Dovah-Elf. I don't think I missed any of them. Put some snowberries. Alright, so anyway, what was I saying? If you're gonna do survival mode and keep yourself warm, and all the warm clothes you can get into your cooking skill, and you can use, like, you know, you can make hot crab bisque, hot potato soup, or like spicy. Make things like hot and spicy. You take fire salts and you mix it with the potato soup recipes and stuff, and that makes it, like, that'll warm you up. It staves off hunger and it'll warm it up. Emblem 10. The voice is worship. Follow the inner path. Speak only in true need. I didn't get the buff, so I must have missed one somewhere back there, or whatever. Whatever, I'm not going back. Go give them their supplies. There we go. And he's like, I'm gonna go back. When I get back down to Iverstead, he's like, you best bet I'm giving Clement talking to about that troll. He didn't say nothing about that troll, and he had to have passed that troll. Gotta shake the snow and stuff off his clothes and take off his hood because, you know, I gotta be respectful. I was just about to torture his hood. This is Mohawk. He's very proud he gave it to him. He cut his own hair.
So,
I know it's the irony of Altmer being the Dragonborn.
In the turning of the age.
Let's see. You call me Dragonborn. What does that mean? I'm answering your summons.
We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
He's like, oh, you want me to shout at you? Okay. Foos. Really deep. Foos.
Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Arngul. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here?
I want to find out what it means to be a Dragonborn.
We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you.
Oh. What does that mean? I'm not the only Dragonborn?
You are not the
Maybe
first.
It's that lady outside there.
There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only Dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
Okay. I'm ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen.
It's like,
Without training, you have already taken the first
test
step
my
toward
resolve.
projecting your voice into a thum, a shout.
I'm so much taller.
Let us see if you are willing and able to learn.
I can learn. I'm a quick learner.
In the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you roll, the second word in unrelenting force. Roll means balance in dragon tongue. Combine it with force to focus your thumb and
he's just like thinking, so in order to be Dragonborn, I gotta learn a whole new language. I mean, I know Altmer and Cyrodiilic, and even some words in, you know, Old Nord, or I'm sure the races have like their own kind of language, but everybody speaks Common Tongue, English, or Cyrodiilic.
in order to use it.
So he's like, well, I know Cyrodiilic and Altmer and Elvish, but
As Dragon,
I have to learn Dragon?
can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of role.
He's like, oh. It's like the Matrix, you just download the information you need. He's like, oh, okay. So I guess I stay in here.
Unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Loose roll. His voice is so deep. He's like, oh, that was easy. Oh, that was easy. I mean, again? Okay. He wants to learn that one. It's like, oh. He's like, oh. That was okay.
You learn quickly.
Yeah.
Once more.
Oh, okay. He's like, North's getting sore. Alright, let's do it again. Goose row. He's like, oh, you got a lozenge? He's like, does anybody have a lozenge?
We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Boy.
Oh, in the courtyard. He's like, okay, it's, you know, it's nighttime, it's dark. Okay. He's like, okay, just gonna go along with everything, just cause he's like, okay, I don't wanna start problems, you know, I already am a, you know, Altmer, and people already kinda don't like me just because. But, you know. It's like, who is dark? Moon's all covered, the snowflakes everywhere. He's like, man, my ears are cold.
You will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Boy
He wants to learn the Fiklo Sob one.
which means whirlwind.
Whirlwind. Wood.
You must hear the word within yourself.
Almost looks like the Predator language. All dots and dashes. Runes.
Approach Master Boy and he will gift you his knowledge of wood. Now we will see how quickly
Mastering a new shout. Well, I mean, if you only know the one word of the first part of a shout, I don't think you've mastered it. Knowing, like, every shout available and all three words to the shout, I would say that's mastery.
Now,
Oh,
your turn.
he knows all three.
Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before
He's
it.
like, alright. Ready? He's like, whoa. He's like, whoa. I'm like the Flash. Did you see?
Your quick mastery
He's
of
all
the new
excited and
thing
happy
is
with himself. Did you see? Did you see?
I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself.
Imagine being tackle hugged by this guy. I thought it was easy for everybody. I mean, it's kind of easy.
Indeed not. But beware that
You know,
your
he's like, I
skill
thought
does
it was
not
easy for
outstrip your
everybody. I mean,
wisdom.
I'm learning this like
You
that.
are now
Like,
ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengraf. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
alright, but he's got questions. He always has lots of questions. Oh, okay. So, why are the dragons returning? Does it have anything to do with me being Dragonborn?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn of this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing
So
your
I'm
voice,
Dragonborn because the
and
dragons
soon
came
your
back,
path will be
basically.
made
That's
clear.
what his understanding is. But surely you could tell me more. I
There is
mean,
indeed much that we know that you do not. That does not mean that you are ready to understand it.
really?
Do not let your easy mastery of the voice tempt you into the arrogance of power.
I'm
That
just
has been
curious.
the downfall of many Dragonborn before you.
Okay, but I need to understand why I am the way I am. Like, but what does it actually mean to be a Dragonborn?
Dragons have the inborn ability to learn and project their voice. Dragons also
But
are
what
able
does
to
it mean? Why
absorb
am I the
the power
Dragonborn? And they
of their
don't
slain
answer
brethren.
that.
A few mortals are born with similar abilities. Whether a gift or a curse has been a matter of debate down through the centuries. What you have already learned in a few days took even the most gifted of us years to achieve.
Alright, so I'm a
Some
fast learner.
believe that
But
Dragonborn are sent into the world by the gods at
Oh.
times of great need. We will speak more of that later, when you are ready.
okay, but why? I mean, he's like, he doesn't. Obviously, it's like he don't want to. He's like, this guy really doesn't want to tell me anything, so he's not gonna push it. So more like simple questions. Like he's like, okay, but why is the shouting the dragon language? Can't I shout it in Cyrodiilic?
Dragons have always been able to shout. Language is intrinsic to their very being. There is no difference in the dragon tongue between debating and fighting. Shouting comes as naturally to a dragon as breathing or speaking. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak as dragons do. For most people, long years of training, but for you, the dragon speech is in your blood.
Yeah, so I've got dragon blood.
Almost without effort.
So and he's like, so I got the dragon blood. So does that mean I'm like a relative of Tiber Septim? Like, am I the Emperor of Tamriel? But he ain't gonna tell you that. So it's like, so who is Jürgen
He was
Windcaller? I
a
see his
great
name everywhere.
war leader of the ancient Nords, the master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods
Yeah, like
punished
1,000
the
years ago.
Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jürgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition. in the way of
So he was the first Dragonborn.
Earthborn.
Or maybe he wasn't the first Dragonborn. The Tiber Septim was supposed to be the first Dragonborn, and then there's Jürgen Windcaller. Who knows? So there's only 4 of you here?
Five. Our leader, Parthenax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him.
Okay. When can I speak with him? When am I
As
ready?
I said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him.
Alright. He's like done.
High above, voice within.
He's like, alright, Obi-Wan Kenobi doesn't want to, you know, Obi-Wan there doesn't want to tell me anything. He just answers my questions with, you know, cryptic answers, leaving me asking more questions. And so that's the gate, and look at that. Obviously, you can't pass through there. And he's like, it goes all the way up to the very top, the summit. This is the summit, but like crap. He's like, okay, well, you know, he's not gonna answer my questions. So he's like, all right. He gets frustrated, and he's like, I'm going back to Iverstead's because I'm gonna go talk to Klimek about that troll. He's annoyed. He's still mad. He's still mad. He's like, I gotta go talk to Klimek about that damn troll. He didn't tell me nothing about that troll, and that guy knew about that troll. And then I come up here, and they teach me another shout, and then tell me I'm not ready for anything else. It's like, and then talk, oh no, these guys. And then talk all cryptically to me. Like, he's just so frustrated. Oh, there's the cultist.
You there. You're the one they call Dragonborn.
Dunmer. Yeah, I am the Dragonborn.
Your lies fall on deaf ears, deceiver. The true Dragonborn comes. You are but his shadow. When Lord
Cultists.
Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
Okay. Oh! He's like, oh! Guards! They're attacking me. Can you help me with that? Oh, guard! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Right there.
He just swung. I'm so sorry. He's like, please, I'll pay my bounty.
Smart man. Now, come along with us.
I don't
We'll
have
take
any stolen goods, I swear.
You'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Here, I pay my fine. Riften. That's a problem with two-handed weapons. I should have just let the guards do my work for me, but again, Arngul is not... Oh, man, Riften. Arngul is not one to, you know...
Welcome to Riften, home of the thief's guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs, vermin, creeping around the Ratway.
Oh, I'll stay away from there, thank you. I'm so sorry I hit one of your friends. He's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I just, you know, it's a two-handed weapon. This thing's heavy. He's like, you know, gonna have to invest on a sword. He's like, so this is Riften. Everybody's asleep. It's still early. But he's like, I'm still mad. I'm still, there's people
I'm really
awake.
getting tired of your excuses. When you borrow,
Notices her armor. It's like, oh, stealthy.
But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing
I
this
don't
to
know
me?
you. You were
Oh.
looking for trouble.
People. No, sir. I'm just passing through here. Actually, got arrested.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I got news for
you know, this is a funny story.
See here. Last
Yeah,
thing the
I noticed.
Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Blackbriars. Who are the Blackbriars? I have no
Blackbriars
idea
have
who they are.
Riften in their pocket. Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business.
That's kind of like already
Mom,
telling them too
I
much
watch the
information.
streets for 'em. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Everybody in Riften's got a friggin' hustle. I'm not paying him nothing. And my speech craft is crap. He's just like, I'm just gonna stay out of your way then. He's like, alright, I'm just gonna stay out of your way. I really don't want anything to do here anyway.
Suit yourself. I'll be
So-
at the docks if you change your mind.
Yeah.
You, get over here. I want to talk to you.
He's looking at this guy. He's like, I know I can destroy this guy, but I'm not going to. Wow, what is everybody's problem here? Hi. What is his problem? You know this guy?
You're a stranger here too, huh?
Yeah, you're not from Riften either?
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was
Us
a
mule.
fresh-faced young woman, barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between.
Why are you in Riften? Why are you in this place? It's not very friendly.
Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grim Sever, within a Dwemer ruin.
Dwemer
I took it as
ruin.
a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for
Well,
me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
oh, okay. He's like, oh, okay. So she's kind of like a do-gooder too, but she wants, you know, fortune and glory. And he's like, well, I don't want fortune and glory. I kind of got stuck. You know, he's like, I kind of got stuck in this situation here. So we can talk about the Thieves Guild.
To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the
Thieves.
worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and
Oh,
traditions.
Dark Brotherhood.
These thieves are just rebel.
They're just
What do you
common
think?
rebel. I agree completely.
You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious.
So, what about this Blackbriar family that guy just told me about?
Even Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city.
She's a crime lord.
She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild.
Probably the Dark
I've
Brotherhood
tried
too.
everything I can
Which
to
we
protect
know
the
she
free
does.
citizens from her family, but to no avail.
Who else is in the family?
Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
So you're here to protect Riften.
It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself.
Now we can
and
get
keep
her as a
running into
follower.
impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago.
Oh, that must be Eren. How did you save her life? How did he save
It
your
was
life?
Eren who found me dying.
I'm sorry if
outside
I'm
of
just
the
like
Dwemer
lingering on
ruin.
role playing, or just,
If
you
he
know,
hadn't
kind of
brought
falling
me
into it.
here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed.
Yeah.
Safe travels.
You too, and you're Eren.
I've never seen me all this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Well, you're the one that brought her here.
I had another run with it.
It's like, yeah, and you see them walking around the city, you see her walking around, you know, and that guy just following her like a puppy. He's like, ugh, can't get the smell of the Thieves Guild off me, so he's like, I'm going back to Iverstead, and I'm going to find out who those cultists were and why they attacked me, and how he got arrested for accidentally hitting a guard.
What happened? Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I
Poor
just don't
bastard's
know it
better
yet.
off.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now?
This is why you gotta love Skyrim, everybody. Klimek, he just walks by, looks at the dead body. Poor bastard's better off. That's why I love this game. That's why I won't stop playing it. And I know you can up the dialogue, and I can turn on the immersive citizens mod. It kind of messes with everything, but it's just stuff like that. It's just the random stuff. These robes are nice, but he's like, he doesn't have any use for them. They look cool, but he just doesn't have a use for them. So can't find anything on this one. And of course, this one's stuck in the bushes. Oh, wait. Arrows, cultist orders. Board the vessel Northern Maiden docked at Raven Rock. Take it to Windhelm. Then begin your search. Kill the false dragonborn known as Arngul before he reaches Solstheim. Return with word of your success. Mirak will be most pleased. Who is this Mirak person? Again, like the... He's just gonna leave him here. It's just like guards, you know, can deal with them. Seriously, bastards better off. Oh god. I don't think I've ever like heard anybody in this any NPC say that. These two arguing about their daughter again, like I really like just want to slap him. Where's Clement? He's like, yeah. It's the Bosmer. He's like, where is Klimek? Yeah, I don't think he'd be in there. Maybe he works at the mill.
What is it?
I'm sorry, guard.
Dragons?
Doesn't want to walk into any more guards and cause any more trouble to get himself arrested. Oh, there's Klimek. He's like, excuse me, sir. Klimek.
I wish I could make my deliveries more often, but the road's getting dangerous.
Yeah, the road's getting dangerous. About that, you didn't
Good
tell
to
me
see you
anything
again.
about
How'd
that
delivery
troll.
go?
I delivered the supplies to High
Quite a
Rosgar.
climb, wasn't it? Anyway, much appreciated. Here, I've been to the being masters of the well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't.
You didn't tell me anything about that troll. Wish there was dialogue for that.
Good
Like,
to
you
see
didn't
you.
tell me nothing about that troll. Like, nothing about that troll. Or maybe the troll wasn't there the last time he went up there. And it just, I doubt it. I think that troll's been there. Where's this girl? Maybe that quest opened the dialogue, because he really wants to help her. Make some wheat. Make some cereal. Where's the daughter? Nah.
Driving me crazy.
What about the mom?
Forgive me if I'm a bit
You
on
must be
edge.
another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here.
So where is she? Where's the daughter? He's like, I'm just gonna help her out. He's like, I just want to help her out.
You lost?
Oh, hi. He's like, oh, hi. No, actually, I came in here to see you.
Have anything interesting to tell me?
I guess not. He just freezes. Space turns red and he leaves. He's shy. Where's that guy at the inn? Maybe I can convince him to... Or maybe I gotta do the barrow mission. I don't know. Oh, we're not doing side quests. We're doing main missions. We're not going to Solstheim. Alright, retrieve the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, which is over here, so I would have to go to Morthal. He's like, I gotta go back to... He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna hoof it. I'm gonna go to Whiterun Stables. Go to Whiterun Stables, and then we'll take the cart to Morthal, because it'll be... I've noticed, like, it's just a little cheaper.
Need a ride?
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
I need to go to here, outside
Climb
Morthal.
and back, and we'll be off.
50 gold. It's about the same price, I
Wouldn't ask
guess.
for better weather.
And he's like, yeah, the weather's actually really is nice. It's nice and warm. Meridia. A new hand touches the beacon. Listen! Every time. Oh, he gets there, it's just a blizzard. He's like, oh. Put his hood back up. He's like, it's cold. And like, maybe I could finally sell some of this stuff. He doesn't want to get rid of the Axe of Whiterun, even though that thing's big. It takes up.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
This guy's hair is fabulous. That's the KS hairdos I have.
She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Wizards?
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
What's going on?
Morthal's hardly a safe place.
How is it not
I'm
safe?
just a poor man trying to make a living. I'd leave Morthal were it in my power.
He's like, oh, okay. Late at night? Yeah, 11 o'clock at night. So he's like, alright, well, probably just call it here. I'm going to the inn,
Unless
we'll
it's
get a
about the
room.
meal. I don't have time to talk.
Everybody seems kind of miserable. There's a snowstorm. He's like, I need to go in and warm up. My ears is cold. My pointy elvish ears are just cold.
Kick off your boots, stay a while. Let me know if there's anything I can help.
I can kick off my boots and go barefoot in here? Really? He's like, I wouldn't mind warming my feet up. Likes the sound of that.
Welcome to the moorside. If you need anything, I'll be around. There ain't much to offer, but if you want a place dry to spend the night, I'll rent you a room.
Yeah, so what's the story about that burnt down house they're all complaining about?
Rogar's house? It burned down not too long ago. It's a real pity about his wife and kid. The screams woke half the town. Most folk won't go near it now for fear it's cursed.
How'd the fire start?
Rogar claims it was a hearth fire. Some folks say Rogar started
Kitchen
it
fire.
himself.
They don't have kitchens. With his own wife and child inside?
That's what they say.
Oh.
See, he's living with Alva now. That
Wow.
started the day after the fire.
What?
Ain't right moving in with a new love the day after your kin die like that.
He's appalled. And of course they can't prove he murdered his family just to be with this woman.
Aye. Our Jarl would sure like to know if he did, though. Might even pay to find out.
Ooh!
How dare you?
Sorry.
Running an inn weren't my plan, but Folly and decided to move
Accidentally stole the cheese. He's like, I'm sorry, I knocked it on the floor and went to pick it up.
Sure thing. It's yours for a
She
day.
took it back. I'm sorry, I
I'll show
paid
you
for
to
the
your room.
cheese.
Right this way.
I know the cheese is only worth, like, you know, a couple of septims, so I'll just pay for the room and the cheese. He's just so clumsy.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
It's like, sure, thank you. I'm sorry I stole your cheese. I'll give it back. Here. I didn't mean to steal your cheese. Here. Give me your cheese.
Be careful.
I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry. Here. This is your cheese. Yeah, just to give her her cheese, and she's like, well, I'm not. Here, I'm not gonna steal it again.
Why, good evening, Yana.
What can I get you, Alva?
He's like, oh, this is
What can't you
Alva.
get me, sweetie?
This is Alva.
Did
This
you
is
want
the
something
chick.
to eat?
Eat? No, I don't think I'm hungry. Not now, at least.
Right. Okay. Tell me if you change your mind.
He's like,
Well, aren't you the handsome one? You and I should spend some time together.
what the hell just happened? Arngul's like, what is going on? Take off my hood. He's like, the look on his face is like, what is going on here? First, this inn has no doors, and then this chick, that one, is the one that, like, she's with Hrogar, and the kids, the guy's wife and kid just died, and he's living with her, and then she's like, oh, we gotta spend some time together. Don't you have somebody? Arngul's like, I don't like this place very much. I don't even think I want to sleep tonight. I accidentally steal this lady's cheese. She doesn't want her cheese back, and he goes to turn around, and there's this chick there. Here, I'm sorry I took your cheese.
Careful with that.
I'll be very careful with it. There. See? I'm so sorry. That was an accident. I didn't mean to take the cheese. It kind of just fell. Alright, I'm going to bed now. I'm just staring at... No. No, 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 no. Lady. 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 He's like, I don't think I want to stay at this inn. I just don't. Alright, you know, I'm getting the hell out of here. Don't worry, you can keep the gold. He's like, you can keep the gold. I'll go find someplace else. Oh, there's a bard. Hey, bard.
A new face. Such a welcome sight in dreary old Morthal.
Yeah, about the...
Welcome.
Yeah, you're a bard. What do you do around here? I need your help with something
I'm a bard. Trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying.
I don't have much of a singing voice, but you know what? I'm not staying here. He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. She just walks back in his room and stares at him, waiting for him to go to sleep. He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. He's like, nope, nope, nope. I don't want what you're selling, lady. I don't want what you're selling. He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm gonna go find someplace else to sleep for the night. Hey, you know...
Need something?
No. You look like the Gorton's fisherman, dude. He's like, you know what? The hell with Morthal. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'll go find someplace else to camp for the night. He's like, I'm out of here. That inn was crazy. That lady was like... And that was the one that they were talking about. Even the innkeeper was uncomfortable. And even the innkeeper was uncomfortable. Like, around her. He's like, I'm uncomfortable. If the innkeeper's like, you know, and we're just talking about her, it's like, no, I'm not hungry. Obviously, you know, she's probably a vampire, but he's like, you know, of course I know she's a vampire. I played this game a million times, but Arngul doesn't know that. But he's like, there's something weird about her, and she had this weird hunger to her eyes. He's like, oh, cave. And he sees the blood all over it. Hell no. Nope. 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 He's like, yeah, no. I'm out of here. This is not for me. I'm not staying at the inn that has no doors with scantily clad women walking around with husbands after their wives mysteriously die, and she's talking like she wants to spend time with me. Like, he's like, nope, nope, nope. I don't trust it. Nope. I am out of here. Just, cold. Water. I'm out of here. He's like, maybe I'll go find a way to make camp for the night. Oh, what's going on? Great. Take out the mage first. He's like, and of course I get attacked by bandits and mages. This guy turned to ash. Necromancer. Of course. Spell tome. Oh, yeah. Necromancer robes. He's like, of course, necromancers. This one has food. Lockpick, that could come in handy. Eat that. He's like, yeah. He's like, this is nuts. Doesn't look like there's anybody else out here. Oh. He's like, yeah, there's blood all over that. I'm not sleeping on that, but this campfire seems okay. And he's like, the area, so far so good. I'm gonna go sleep in the barrel. To hell with this. I'm sleeping in the barrel. I don't trust it. This is a dead body. He's like, God's above. Yeah, camp it is. He's like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and we're gonna call that call that a night. Poor Arngul. Call that a night. It's just I was gonna cut it off a little earlier, but then all that crazy randomness just happened, so I kind of just went with it. So yeah, so drop it a like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.